So today what I'm going to show you is another Happy Herbivore recipe, and this is from her The Happy Herbivore cookbook, which I would recommend this cookbook before you buy any of the other ones because it just has so many amazing recipes in here. And this one is on page 47, and it's the banana bread. So we're going to be making this delicious banana bread, and here are the ingredients. And I'll list everything below in the description box too. And so I'm going to walk you through all the ingredients so you know what we're using. I've got a 1/4 cup of my nut milk. This is actually my soy milk, homemade soy milk. We've got 1/4 teaspoon of lemon that we're going to need. You're going to need bananas. It says 4 to 5. I only have 3 spotted ones, but that's fine. You're going to need 1/2 cup of brown sugar and 1/2 cup of just raw cane sugar. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and this is where I get my cinnamon. I buy it in bulk because I use so much of it, and that's the website. And I get the Saigon Vietnamese ground cinnamon because it just smells so sweet. So we're going to need 1 teaspoon of this, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I just reuse these containers and I just refill them with stuff that I get from the bulk bins. We're going to need 2 cups of whole wheat flour, and I'm using the whole wheat pastry flour by Bob's Red Mill. And then we're going to need 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and once again I just wanted to show you, I buy the Bob's baking soda and I just refill these old containers. So you're going to need 1 teaspoon of that, and I buy also the baking soda too. And then 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla and 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. And so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we want to do is put 1/4 teaspoon of lemon into the milk. And then we want to whisk that together until it's bubbly. And then we're going to set that aside and just let that sit while we prepare all of our other ingredients. Then what we want to do is cream the bananas. So we're just going to put the bananas in our mixing bowl. You do not need to use a processor for this. You can use a spoon or a spatula, but I'm going to use my mixer. Okay, so I just broke them up, and I'm going to add the sugars to this. And I like to also add my vanilla at this point. So I'm just going to add the vanilla. And then we're going to mix it up until it's all smooth. Okay, so this is what it looks like when I'm done mixing it for like 30 seconds. Okay, so now we're going to add all of our dry ingredients. And I'm going to add the flour. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of the baking powder. And then 1 teaspoon of my cinnamon. And I'm not a really big fan of nutmeg, so I'm just going to add a little bit of nutmeg. The recipe calls for a 1/4 teaspoon. And I'm just going to mix it up. Okay, so now I'm going to add my milk and lemon mixture to the bananas. And I'm slowly going to start it. Mix it in. And now I'm going to slowly add my dry ingredients. Okay, so I've mixed everything pretty much. It's all mixed in, and now I'm going to add the maple syrup. 2 teaspoons of maple syrup. I'm going to mix that in. Okay, this is what it should look like when you're done. And now what you want is a loaf pan, and I've lightly greased it. Literally, I just sprayed it once and then took a paper towel and wiped down the sides with it. And now I'm going to pour all this in here. Just want to smooth it down. And then what you want to do is take a piece of aluminum foil and you want to tent it. So just make a little tent. Just like that. Doesn't have to be tightly, but just make it like a little tent. There. And we're going to place it in a 350-degree preheated oven between 45 minutes and an hour. Okay, so it's been 45 minutes and it's obviously not done, but I'm going to show you. See how mushy it is? See that? So I'm going to put it in for another 15 minutes. Okay, so I just took it out of the oven and I'm going to show you. See, it's all clean, so it's ready. So I'm going to let it cool for about 10 minutes and then we're going to cut into it. Okay, so I'm going to flip this onto my cutting board, or at least I'm going to try to. Flip over and we're going to cut into it. Oh, it's just beautiful. It's moist and soft. It's perfect. Thanks for watching.